everybody. Sorry about the inconvenience. Something messed up with our cameras.
I messed up.
I was trying to be nice.
I messed up the
Jason
cameras.
royally messed up and didn't check the memory cards. So this week, it is audio only. Sorry about that. We'll be back next week. You can see our happy, shining faces. Are they shining?
I dressed up for this. I'm wearing a tuxedo.
Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. You're listening to the Really Very Crunchy podcast with your hosts, Emily.
And Jason. Emily, we're doing it. We're
What are we doing?
having a, can we say this? A home birth?
Oh, you're just putting it out there.
I mean,
You're just looking for a way to start the podcast, so
yeah.
telling my personal health information.
Yeah,
as if I don't
HIPAA.
do that for you.
I never had to sign a HIPAA violation paper thing. I could say whatever I want.
We are having a home birth.
Does
So
HIPAA apply for home births?
we decided this basically right after the last podcast we talked about it.
Yeah.
This isn't what the whole podcast is going to be about. Jason just was desperately searching for something to talk about, and I guess he landed on our birth.
Desperately?
Desperately.
Yeah.
As
like,
in,
hey, how could I intro
how
this?
could I enter this? Oh, I've got it.
I'm desperate. No, it's interesting.
Yeah. So I was going to the one of our local hospital midwife groups, but they weren't answering some of my concerns about past birth experiences, just kind of saying we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But
Yeah, that's what
we
you
all know
want
what
to
that
hear. Hey, I
means.
have a very deep concern about this one thing, and I
what are
need you
things
to,
I could be doing, which
What
we
are
talked about in the last thing.
What are things I could be doing, and what's the protocol if this thing happens and you're
We'll cross that bridge.
we'll
when we
cross that bridge when we get to it. What do
Okay.
I do in the event of a house fire? We'll cross that
That's-
bridge when we get to it.
It is a little different. And anyway, so
We don't need a fire escape plan.
we
How often do fires happen anyway?
we'll see how it goes. I really trust my midwife. I'm very pleased with her. Had a couple appointments and feel good about her approach, about her cautiousness, about everything. So just praying the Lord protects me and baby during this process.
Yeah.
Baby and me.
Yeah. So I have a question about moms and home births. Okay, I'm not getting crazy here. I'm not. This is not controversial at all, except for the some people think home births are crazy, but that's
It is a little crazy. I guess
Oh.
it's a little to me. It's a little radical.
You-
Except
is
it's
it
not at
radical?
all because that's how history was. But then
it's
mean, I think
radical to
about-
the system.
it's radical to the system, but the system was put in place for reasons. So I get it.
Yeah.
But then it has been abused. So, and just reading about the physiological process of birth and how it can be disrupted, that I never really realized your body has to feel safe. I
Yeah.
mean, if you think we are animals in a way, and if you think about animals giving birth in the wild,
It's
they're not
pretty
gonna
crazy.
do it if they're being observed is one of the things that keeps coming up as I'm reading about it.
Oh, really? If they're being watched?
Yeah.
Well, then how do you explain all the videos?
I guess they were trail cams, Jason. I don't know.
I'm calling bull on that one.
I don't know.
Have you ever seen National Geographic?
I'm just
I've seen too many
thinking-
deer born. And
It makes sense. They're talking about okay, so your body is in this rhythm, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to leave this safe space and go to a hospital where there are bright lights. First of all, just going. And then there's this level of cortisol, which stops the birth process. All the hormones work together, and
Right.
it's really interesting. You should look it up and read about it. And it makes me feel encouraged about my choice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do all nomadic animals have a home birth, technically speaking?
I also feel that
I feel ignored.
this is way TMI and probably gross.
Oh, well, you've heard it here, folks.
But I can't even use the bathroom in in places that people would. Like, people can just go to the bathroom, and like, I have to be at home.
I have to be at home or at a Cracker Barrel. That's my place.
I gotta be at home. If it's like a long vacation, things have to happen. And,
hold on. Can I add to that? Here's a little TMI. If you were at the Wellness Collective for us last year, on day 2, which was phenomenal, by the way, you were watching the most constipated man you have ever seen in your life. Just saying. I'm just throwing out my TMI.
It's funny that that's what you think about, because that's also where our child was conceived. So kind of a weird, like,
TMI and all over the place.
Processes. Anyway.
Gosh.
So I just I think about that. That my inclination.
Yeah.
And so
So what you want is a free birth with nobody anywhere near you.
No, well, maybe. I don't know.
What would be crazy is you'd probably have like a 30-minute labor and you'd be done with the easiest labor possible if you're just like, nobody's here.
Yeah, but you have to feel safe.
Yeah,
I don't think I would feel safe.
I know.
So. Some people do. That's great. They have a lot of confidence. So.
Yeah, that takes a certain personality, I would think, to be able to just, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Confidence out the wazoo.
Yeah. Literally. Is that what
we have named our child Confidence. Well, okay. We call her Connie for short. But yeah. No, I think it's going to be great. How much does an aesthetic matter in this situation? Because I need to know. I know we're doing the Middle Earth thing, but how am I going to?
We are doing the Middle Earth.
How am I going to decorate the house for your birth? What do I need to do?
Nothing. Please don't.
Do you want me to flatten the ceilings before?
Oh, sure.
Would that help?
Yeah, that would.
Would that lower cortisol levels?
Right, and there's such drastic savings from a hospital birth to.
You're not wrong.
A midwife. Yeah. So what I wonder if we could bill for the ceiling flattening. We use Christian Healthcare Ministries and
not sponsored.
And so you have to pay up front and then you submit your bills. So do you think they'd go for it? For this is part of the birth process.
No.
If we had the contractor sign something saying it was birth related.
And the midwife just there in the same document.
She needs it.
She needs flat ceilings and nice wood floors all throughout the house.
Right.
Well, this birth is expensive again. It's like, well, all that money would have gone to a doctor.
Would have gone to the hospital system, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know.
Why not?
What do we estimate that? Would be like, what, $30,000 for all of that to get done?
Yeah, I think a hospital birth is probably just 15 to 20.
Oh.
So I guess, depending on what happens. Standard hospital birth. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
No. Well, yeah, I mean, with insurance and stuff, we wouldn't be paying that amount. So, really, dear, that's not how it works. I know people
we're submitting it, though. No, we're submitting
that's
it.
That's like people saying when they're like, oh, it's fine. This is tax deductible. And it's like, that's not paying. Free money.
Yeah.
It's more like a discount.
Right.
It's more like, I don't know what percentage, but it's like a percentage discount. I think some people who say, oh, this is tax deductible, think they're getting it for free.
Yeah.
And really,
you can think you're getting a better deal than what you are.
You
but really,
are.
You're not paying taxes on that.
Which ends up being a percentage that you don't have to pay. So it's like a discount. So it is a better deal. But it's not free. Some people are like, wow, it's tax deductible. I'm going to get that, $90,000 car. Why not? It's a free $90,000 car.
Yeah.
No, it's more like a $75,000 car now. So, or something.
Is that the math?
It's about like that. It's not as much of a discount as you would think. You're not saving that much money. That sounds like a big
discount.
What, $15,000?
Yeah, that sounds big.
Okay, well,
I think you shouldn't talk of.
I don't.
think you shouldn't speak to this.
I don't do our taxes. When I did our taxes, I messed up so much.
We always owed a lot.
A lot. And I'm like, I don't think I'm doing this right. And then I
yeah,
finally got a
houses.
tax guy, and things got better. So, yeah, sorry for all those years of like, we made no money and somehow owed the government a lot.
Yeah, you always feel
Every
like
year.
you're getting a good deal though through like, I don't know, what we're using, Zoom taxes? What do people use?
Zune?
Zoom?
Oh, Zune is your old music player that you had.
I'm just trying to think of one of the online that you do.
Yeah,
that
no,
it's
it was like
$15 or something.
Sponsored by I'm just, it's not like QuickBooks or something, but I forgot what it was. Tax.com.
Anyway, but now we have to file 4 times a year, right?
As
a small business.
Right. You have to do quarterly stuff. And it's
But you used to make money from like selling your books.
Yeah.
And
I'd have
doing
different
weddings
tax forms for different countries that the book was sold in. Even if I sold for like $10 in, say, France, I had a different tax form. And it's like, I can't do this. This is crazy. I know I'm internationally well known, but by like 5 people in Europe. But no, it got annoying. But now it's all different because we got a tax guy. So
it's been worth it.
It has been, yeah. But maybe if I had just become a person, the type of person to pay more attention to detail and really figure out how to do it, it would have been fine, and we'd save whatever we paid a tax guy at the time.
If you became the kind of person who really paid attention to detail,
like just completely changed my personality.
Do that. I think you don't see the details. You just don't see them. You won't. How can you make yourself see details?
Give me an example. What are you even talking about?
I hung up a big picture in the hallway.
No, I mean, I noticed that immediately. I'm proud of that one. I noticed it the day you did it.
The day I did it. I don't know if you noticed it the first time you walked in the hall. That's an improvement. But you were like, I like that picture. I don't know how long it's been there, but I like it.
Yeah.
And it's like, how do you not know how long it's been there?
I mean, yeah.
How do you not know that it was hung
or
there?
That Masonic building in
there's a building at this like weird turning point, and you've never noticed it.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, there's a Masonic lodge right there. Never seen that, and I've been by that building how many times in my life?
Hundreds of
times.
Yeah.
Every time I go to the library to upload the podcast because our internet's so slow. Yeah, I never knew. Who would put a Masonic lodge right next to a high school?
There's a lot of things you don't.
Sounds like a recruiting technique.
But you don't notice. You just don't notice things.
Hi there, you want to join the Masons?
Don't we have a friend who's a Mason?
Yeah, or was. I don't know if he still is.
Can you get out?
No. Once a Mason, always a Mason, or you're dead. That's what I've heard.
Well, so he's a Mason.
According to Dan Brown, at least. You know.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, the Da Vinci Code guy. I made that. I don't know if he even talks about the Masons. I don't know. I read the Da Vinci Code back, 15 years ago, and I was like, this isn't that interesting. It seems fake.
I never read it. Never saw the movie.
It was okay. That's fine. Yeah. Well, so apparently you can scientifically change your personality. You can
tell us more.
You can do it if you want to.
How?
And here's the kicker.
I need help with this.
No, I think you've already done it.
You think I've done it?
Yeah. We'll get into it.
In a good way or a bad way? Because it could go either way.
No, good. Yeah, I guess it could. Yeah, if you can change your personality in a more positive way, you can certainly change it in a more negative way.
I think I have changed myself in a more negative way as well, but we can get there.
Oh. I don't think anybody would change their personality in a negative way on purpose.
Intentionally.
I mean, I guess some people
just
would.
Influenced.
I'm going to become meaner.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Well, yeah. If you're like
I mean, I'm
people
hardened.
pleaser,
Yeah, I'm hardened.
you have to like make yourself slightly meaner in order
Right.
to, wow. Yeah, I guess you would.
I mean, I think about right now, I'm thinking I'm trying to really tighten up my Forest Friends group to families who are very committed to the group.
Kick them out!
So that means I have had to remove families who have not attended.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning of the year, I put out a thing that said I am expecting all families to at least make 50% attendance.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't make 50% of the time, you're not committed to the group.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a pretty flexible and lenient thing. If you went to a school and they said, oh, you only have to come 50% of the time.
Oh, man, I would have done great.
That's like barely coming,
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a very reasonable request.
Yeah.
And
it is your group after all. In fact, what you should do is make some really arbitrary rules. Like, if you don't bring tea 50% of the time, you're out. Or if...
I'm not trying to just be mean. I'm trying to make it a group that
it's a strategy to pare down.
Anyway, I've had
if you don't have one
families.
meaningful conversation with me each week, you're out. Get it down to 5 people.
That's not how I'm doing it. It's basically attendance.
I'm saying you should.
And there has been leeway, and it's been,
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
So I have had to, and people have gotten upset. There's been more than one person who has been upset about being removed. But so that, me, I'm like, well, I have changed, because old me would have just been like, okay, whatever,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. But because I have a goal for the group, I have to be a little more intense, and you're out.
What's worse? National media attention that's negative, or someone in your Forest Friends, or who used to be in your Forest Friends, is mad at you?
I've had both situations, so
yeah.
I can't say. I cried more over the national media.
It was new.
Yeah.
Kind of used to it now.
I think now if it happened, I'd be like,
Nice.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. Well, the media that comes after you has become so awful in its own way. It's like, if you're not mad at me, I'm doing something wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, people question things from me, and I'm like, I don't let my kids have food dye. So, like, basically any question you're going to ask, frame it with that in mind.
Yeah.
I don't let my kids have food dye.
We don't give our kids excessive screen time. We don't, frame
think
it
about your question.
Yeah. Yeah.
And think, I don't let my kids get the sugar cookie at the bakery that has the food dye. Just think about that.
Yeah.
So that should answer a lot for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. So I think first of all, let's identify what exactly is a personality. Okay, we all know what it is.
Do you want me to give you my definition?
Sure.
Oh, are you?
Yeah,
you have a definition written out?
Yeah, just to have a baseline, whatever. But go ahead. What is a personality?
A personality is your natural inclinations in how you react to certain situations. That is a personality.
Yeah, actually. Combination of thoughts, feelings, and behavior that define an individual and guide their interactions with the world.
I'd say mine was pretty good.
I would say that's pretty darn close.
You can call me Webster.
Yeah, all right. No, I like Emily. Rooted in both genetics and environment. Environment's key.
Environment is key, I would say.
These enduring patterns often categorized by traits of the Big Five. So that's how the Big Five is really how they typically define personalities. Okay. Now there's obviously going to be nuance to it, there's different things, but here they are. The Big Five, what they call it, the ocean model. Oh, OC. Oh, I get it. It's an acronym.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't realize that. Okay. Openness.
Openness.
Like to experience, like curiosity. It also has creativity. That's involved with openness.
Okay.
Conscientiousness, being organized, dependable, that kind of thing.
See, to me, conscientious. That's a weird one because I'm not organized, but I am dependable. Did you put those two together?
Well, that
I'm
they
dependable.
did. The man did. Whoever came up.
I am dependable.
Yeah, so
and I'm not going to litter.
Right. So if there's if you're rating it from like 0 to 100, which a lot of these tests do when you take a personality test for the big 5, you might fall somewhere in like the 50% because like in some things you are conscientious, and then other things like being not organized or something is hurting your other 50%.
Okay.
So like, it encompasses quite a few different things. But
speaking of, the other day we saw a child litter and everyone in the car was like,
it was crazy.
Even
he got off the school bus, go figure, and just like pulled something out of his pocket and just threw it in the ditch. It's like, you're 2 feet from your house.
Yeah. How do you litter?
Yeah.
How can you litter?
I don't know. In this day and age,
how are you littering?
Maybe because he learned about it at school that day, littering, and he's like,
I want to be a litter bug.
Maybe he's one of us, but he just doesn't understand yet. I'll show it, stick it to the man. Tell me about littering. He's actually rebelling against school.
I don't think so.
No, he's probably just a jerk.
Yeah.
You can't say that about a kid. They're still becoming a person.
Okay.
Yeah, there's plenty of kids that are. Okay. Extroversion, being sociable and energetic.
Energetic?
That's part of it.
That feels more like a health thing.
Have you ever seen an extrovert that isn't energetic?
I guess not.
Yeah. They have this certain energy about them. They gain energy from being around people and stuff.
Okay, but you can change that. I used to be more extroverted. Now I'm more introverted.
Yeah, probably because of environment.
Okay.
Anyway, agreeableness, being compassionate and cooperative. And of course, there's other aspects to it. Those are the more overarching aspects of it. And neuroticism, emotional stability and instability. So, and of course, extroversion also, like the lower you are in extroversion, the more of introvert you are, so that's why it's not introversion, extrovert, so it's extroversion.
So they're saying introversion is a flaw. Basically, if you're grading it from 0 to 100 and less extroversion.
In the surface, it looks like that. Though I'm not certain that you could say that on any of them they are necessarily bad. It's not always bad to be disagreeable. Sometimes you need that. In general, it's not great. Okay,
Jason, we hear what you're
not
telling
great.
yourself. It's not bad to be disagreeable.
Can you imagine this podcast if I was just Mr. Agreeable? It would be boring. I wouldn't have called that kid a jerk for littering.
I mean, we all audibly gasped.
We did. It was like a collective.
He just littered.
What in the world? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
His conscientiousness is a 0.
Yeah, he's not agreeable. Nothing. All right. So I think the conventional wisdom of the day has been, until recently, that once you hit about 30 years old, your personality is just what it is.
You are who you are.
You are who you are.
I am who I am.
Yeah. And that's apparently not true. So there is a professor named Shannon Sauer-Zavala.
Wow, Shannon Sauer-Zavala.
Yeah. From the University of Kentucky.
Of all the places.
I'm pulling all the studies from Kentucky lately. She says, with the right intervention, introverts can become extroverts. Sloppy people can be neater. Slackers can gain ambition, and anxious people can become calm.
I see where you're going with
You
this.
see where I'm going with this. Okay. And so they say that it takes, so basically the idea that if you're going to purposefully change your personality, you take like a personality quiz that is within the big five. It tells you where you fall on the big five and in these different areas. Okay. And so
it has to be a specific ocean quiz.
I was looking that up. There are better quizzes out there, obviously. Generally speaking, if you have enough questions, it's going to give you a vague idea. If you're answering honestly, whatever you can pretty much find online that doesn't look too scammy, it's going to give you a decent idea of where you fall on that scale, because it's a pretty well-known.
Are people not able to just look inside their heart and know?
Yes, but you might be
people
surprised.
lie to themselves?
Well, that's the other thing. You have to be completely honest on the quiz.
Yeah, but when I'm taking a quiz, I can answer how I want.
But
I
if you're
answer
trying to change your
honestly.
personality,
But
why
if
would
you're-
you answer how you want instead of how you are?
Well, I always answer how
Part
I
of my
am.
personality is to lie on
No.
personality quizzes.
No, I'm just saying, I think we all know. We all know our tendencies. We all know.
Yes.
Maybe there are types of people who like can do no wrong,
Sure.
and
And
they
those
might not
people can't-
realize that. But are
How
those,
do those people take the test,
That's
though?
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because you do expose some of your weaknesses
And
answering
what is
questions.
that? What is that? If you can do no wrong, what is that? What part of the big five is that?
What are they? One more time. Just say them.
Openness to experience, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, neuroticism. Maybe neuroticism? Like they're not emotionally stable within themselves, so they have to protect themselves and like, I can do no wrong? I don't know.
That's a hard one for
That's
me.
a hard
That I can do no wrong because I'm like, I'm always wrong. It's me.
Oh, me too.
I'm
Me
the
too.
problem.
That's probably why we do so well together. We're both like, we stink!
We're the worst.
We're the
I'm
worst.
so sorry.
I thought I was worse than you, but not today. I don't know. It's usually me that's the worst.
I'll agree.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I actually think the only person immune to this type of thing is the person who can do no wrong. And
But that's also like an openness thing.
Probably.
Open to realizing they can be wrong.
Probably. Or a conscientiousness, or a little bit of all of it.
Yeah.
Conscientiousness, you're dependable to yourself. I don't know. So whatever that personality type is, and whatever that is messed up there where you can do no wrong, that is the only person that I could see would have the toughest time doing something like this, because they're not going to be honest on their test. Yes, we don't have to have a test to identify something. That's just an easy way to see, like, okay, I see it. It's a big picture, like, I understand, like, where I am. I can see it on paper. This is what I want to work on. So, like, you then go to your test or just where you think you need work, and you focus on that one thing, that one aspect of your personality. For me, let's say it's probably like either extroversion or agreeableness. I have had the tendency, and I think I've changed myself over time a little bit to become a little more extroverted than I used to be. Not a lot. I haven't changed it a lot, but more so. Agreeableness, I could use work. I tend to fall on the not very agreeable side of things.
And I think my exposure to your disagreeableness has made me a little more disagreeable, but not in a bad way, in a you've opened my eyes way.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm going to get back to
You've made me a jerk.
No, just you have lessened my naivete.
Well, you've kept me from littering.
Really?
No,
Oh.
I never littered. What psycho just throws trash onto the ground?
I think my dad has littered.
Psycho!
I know. I don't know if he still
Wait,
does.
since the 90s? I mean,
I don't know.
we
Now
all
I'm
did
wondering.
a little bit in the 90s. Who are we kidding?
I didn't litter.
Come on.
I wasn't a litter bug.
Come on.
No.
In the 90s, you didn't I got a bubble gum wrapper. Beep.
No.
Out the window? Not even a little bit?
No.
Come on.
No, I've always deeply valued the lack of littering.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
When you're
Okay,
driving-
can do no wrong. Yeah, right. We've all littered just a little
sure
bit.
I've accidentally littered. Okay.
Accidentally. Yeah.
I've like taken a wrapper off something and
you
then
just
no, and then I set it next to me and then the wind blows and it blows away so
the
fast
wind blows.
that I can't get to it.
I can't get my burger wrapper.
I have chased things. I've chased many a thing, but at some point it's like, well,
I mean, come on.
I tried.
Come on.
I really don't
When
think
you first started driving, there was never that moment of like you open your door, you kick out a little bit of trash and keep going.
No, the other day, something fell out of the car and I didn't want to bend over and pick it up. And I almost let it go. But then I was like, I can't do that.
Would be litter.
Yeah,
See,
I
if you
know.
have that tendency,
I don't
you
have that
littered at
tendency.
some point. You littered at some
Okay,
point.
at some point I probably littered. I don't know. It was probably an accident.
Yeah.
And then I let it go. But I didn't the other day. Something fell out of my car and I was like, am I gonna get it?
When you accidentally littered that one time, did it feel kind of
I
good?
don't remember.
Did it feel kind of good?
No.
I just want to know what it felt like for that kid. Just pull that wrapper out of his pocket and just like he didn't. It was an overhand toss. It wasn't even like a.
It wasn't like a let go.
It wasn't like a let go.
A let go
It
almost
was a
feels like
toss.
yeah.
Which is a different level of littering, and I'm like, that's gotta feel good.
No.
It was shocking. No, I wouldn't do it, especially now. But man, to have that liberty to just, what is that? That's gotta feel freeing.
What?
Yeah, it's gotta
You
feel.
need to change your personality.
I'm not saying I'd do it. I'm just saying that level of freedom, that level of confidence that kid has to just throw it like that. Man, what does it feel like to be that kid? All right. So to change an aspect of your personality, probably not all of them.
You have to identify it first.
You have to identify it, and then it takes 12 to 20 weeks, depending on who you are, to really just change that aspect.
I could change who I am before this baby's born.
You could. You could. You're like, I see it firing off in here. How could Jason change before this baby's
not
born?
what I was thinking. That's not what I was thinking at all.
Do you ever think that the baby hears us through the womb right now? And
Baby does hear us.
No.
right
And
now.
like, do you want us to change how like we're speaking?
No.
No. Okay. Like, am I too disagreeable right now? Are
No.
we too sarcastic?
No.
Is she hearing about littering? Are we subliminally putting like littering's good when I'm
What?
talking about
No.
the freedom of that child?
No.
Okay.
Because
I don't know.
babies don't know language yet, right?
Yeah, but they know intention.
But they don't
Sort
know
of.
language.
Okay.
So
we'll see. I'm gonna watch and see if she litters on her own. I know we'll teach to it, but I just want to see.
okay. We'll check back in a year and a half.
Yeah. All right. So I think you changed
How?
a major part of your. I think you
disagreeableness?
already know. And I think it is. Which one was it? Which one has to do with like anxiety?
You just don't want to say it out loud.
Is it neuroticism?
That's what you told me yesterday.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, again, okay. So here's the other thing too. It's like you don't just want to say, "Oh, that person's neurotic" or whatever. It's just like that sounds worse than what this is
That
saying.
sounds pretty bad.
You changed. You purposefully, out of these 5, you purposefully identified something in your personality, happened to be in the neuroticism lane, and you decided,
Tell me how I'm no longer neurotic, Jason.
well, you somehow defeated the
I
level
wouldn't
of
say I've defeated
the level
anxiety.
of anxiety you
The
used to
level
feel.
of anxiety, yeah.
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 And for me, it was an intentional choice because some of my highest anxiety, I was active
Yeah.
and I was eating a very clean diet, but
Right.
still my anxiety was off the charts. And finally, I had to choose daily. Like, I am not going to worry about that. I am not going to allow that to drive my thoughts.
Right.
I'm done
Yeah.
being a slave to that.
And you had to do that day in and day out for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until I got to a point where it's like, well, I'm not worried about it.
Right.
I do still feel anxiety.
I don't think you can completely just, inoculate yourself from, aspects of your personality that you're prone to. I think there are ingrained tendencies.
Yeah.
But you can change your behavior in a way that it comes naturally to you.
Yes. And I you're right. I do feel that I am naturally not an anxious person.
Right.
About some things.
Yeah.
But speaking to other anxious people, I see like, wow, I was a lot more like that.
Yeah.
And I'm not now. I don't even think about the worst case scenario a lot of times.
Right. Right. And I feel like, though, if you've gone down the road of one of these avenues to change aspects of your personality, I think it would be the problem is it probably is really easy to fall back to what you used to be. Even after these 12 or 20, you could easily go back into anxiety if you let yourself, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think you can just, these changes I think you can make for yourself, but I think it is a choice. Less so over time, but if you let yourself.
But I think some of it also happens naturally because when you get older and you realize, say for like extroverted,
when you realize that nothing anybody ever thinks matters at all.
That's not what I was going to say. That people aren't just constantly actively judging you.
Right. Yeah. Most people aren't thinking about you.
Right.
Yeah.
So then, like, as you just get older and come to that realization, it's easier to be more extroverted.
Right.
Because it's like, I don't care. They don't care. And I don't care.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Or say, like, a fear of death or something. As you get older, you probably lose some of that because you're like, well, I've lived my life. I've lived a life. Had children, been married.
I have lost a lot of that fear through my parents dying, and more so, my perspective in like the fear of death has really shifted from my own personal fear of it happening to me to my personal fear of what I leave behind. And how my children and my wife are in my absence, say something happens to me. So that's more what happened to me over time, and I do think that's more of just an age thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like that was supposed to happen in my 50s or something, but it happened in my 30s. So here we are.
But like conscientiousness, I want to be more organized. I'll even go through the process of trying to organize.
Right.
But I can't keep it because I just can't.
All right. Well, I have a strategy for you. I have a strategy.
Is it because I don't care?
Well,
ultimately?
But it's not a priority. There's other things that you prioritize over that. So here's
like going outside. Yes.
Yeah.
Like gardening.
Yeah.
And I don't have time to sit there and organize that.
Well, a lot of people don't think they have time, and they do. And but
at some point you don't have time.
There are days like today. I'm not going to have time to do anything because we're doing the podcast. I got to edit the podcast. The podcast got to come out tomorrow, and we're doing a video and whatever. Yeah. So today I won't. One day this week we could certainly.
Yeah.
But will I? I want to read The Count of Monte Cristo.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can. But yeah, so time, you might not today, but that shouldn't be the case every day. If you get to a point where, like, let's just say organization's the thing. If you're wanting to be organized and you never have time, you have a whole week and there's just like, you don't have time. Okay, what about next week? And you never have time. And the next week, you never have time. Something's wrong. If you never
when you're
have
overcommitted,
time, you're either overcommitted
you're
or
prioritizing other things.
Or prioritizing what, though? Let's all be honest here. Not you. Most people, they're doom scrolling at night.
Yeah, or watching
TV.
Yeah.
Not you. You're perfect. You don't even have friends that text you. That's me. I have no excuse. Nobody texts me.
It is sad. It's sad that you don't ever have a notification. You can leave your phone at home for 13 hours and then come back and you have nothing.
It does hit me every now and then. Like, I didn't get a text all day. That's
no one reached out. If
not
it
a
weren't
single
for
person.
your family, and then you were alone and you died, no one would know.
Thank you for that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
text you daily if I'm not with you.
I think podcast listeners would be more concerned about my death than
people in your real life.
Than my friends.
This is real life. But
people in my everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
Except you, of course. You would be concerned.
I'd be quite concerned.
A little concerned.
Very concerned.
Who's going to edit the podcast now?
Sorry, if Jason dies, we have no podcast. It would be terrible with just me. So,
well, no, you just have to start doing the voice. Let's hear it.
Change again.
Change your personality. Yeah. Just become more like me.
I can't even do it.
Yeah, that's good. That was good.
I can't do it.
Oh, come on. Give me that kid's a jerk for littering.
I could never. That hurts my heart.
Let's hear it.
He's a jerk.
No, that kid. Say that kid is a jerk for littering.
What are you
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Okay. I'm not going to try to change your personality. I'll just try not to die.
We do need to change our personality, though. We have to change our personality.
Messiness and organization.
We have to. There has to be something that happens with this basket of socks.
I did actually pair all the socks that had pairs.
When?
They're at the bottom.
Jason, I was just digging.
There is a mug. That's yours. That is your mug.
There's a mug in our basket of socks.
I didn't put it there. You did.
It was buried in there really good.
That's an old tea.
I don't ever use the socks, so...
Yeah, I don't either.
So that means... Oh, you don't?
Well, not from that basket. I use a different basket. I use a basket where there are pairs together. That might actually be the non-paired basket. I don't really remember. I did reduce it some by finding the pairs. Are there pairs in there? No? Yeah, those are the ones I don't have pairs for. So
that seems normal.
So everybody has one of those, right?
Yeah. Ours is just an entire basket.
Yeah.
Large.
Yeah. But I seem to find socks aplenty.
Mm-hmm.
So probably just donate those.
There is a I don't know, there's a company you can send your used socks to and they'll stuff dog beds or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not sponsored.
We don't even know the company name.
Yeah. All right. Here is the method for changing your personality.
Okay.
And on the surface of it, it's fake it till you make it.
Okay.
That's basically the idea. But the thing is, the reason
it's so miserable to
but the reason it feels
so
fake.
hard.
Here's the thing: the reason it feels fake and this is according to somebody I read. I don't.
Shannon Schultzinger.
Sour Zavala. I'm not sure. It's because when you're faking it till you make it, and when it comes to like your personality things, it feels inauthentic.
Yeah, disingenuous. Mm-hmm.
Because you're not used to it. You're not used to thinking that way.
It's just like getting bangs. I feel kind of funny. I'm not a bang person. But you just keep going with your bangs. And one day, you're a bang person, right? You just have bangs.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
it is. It's like someone who makes a style choice.
Okay.
You go from wearing sweatpants and a hoodie and you want to start dressing nicer, so you start wearing dresses. And it's like you aren't a dress person, but you just have made a decision to become that way.
Yeah.
And the only way to really do it is to do it.
Right.
So I get it. Sorry, I shallowed that.
No, it was, I get it. But like another good example of this is like an introverted person. The person in this article, she was very introverted and she wanted to change that part about her. She decided she wanted to do that. And so she joined an improv class and it helped her become more extroverted. But it took her like 2 years.
Okay,
that's a great exercise.
That is, and I just thought of something.
What?
We're teaching this film class, and we're in the process of filming our little video that the students wrote.
Yeah.
So, the main character, he didn't even really want to be in it, but somehow he got assigned this role because we needed another person. So he's sitting on a bed, and all these historical figures appear out of his history book. The kids wrote this. And so, like, you would be very confused. And we're telling him, like, scrunch your eyebrows. We're giving him, like, all the tips on how to look confused and everything. And he kind of seemed like he was struggling in acting. It was very just saying his lines. Yeah. He wasn't really feeling it.
Right.
But the end, so we did all our shots from one angle. The end of the whole thing is he sees his mom and he screams and then it cuts. Ah! So like I gave him an example and I'm like, ah!
Yeah.
Because they're going to cut.
Right.
So you have to hold it out so it seems realistic that it's cutting. This is what the children wrote.
Yeah.
So we had to tell him like, hold your scream for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And you were like holding your fingers up.
Right.
He couldn't do it past 3.
Yeah.
But
it
opened him up, like yelling in front of a room of his peers. The next take, a different angle, he was so much more dynamic.
Right.
His lines were better. He was moving his eyebrows a little bit.
This is confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just yelling, like you have to make a fool of yourself.
Right.
By going, ah!
Yeah.
It made a world of a difference.
Yeah.
So now I feel like we should go in next Monday and just tell all the kids, okay, yell. Yeah. We're just going to yell.
Right. No, everyone. I think that's a wonderful idea. Yeah. Well, and so that's a great exercise for someone who's younger. Get in front of your peers and just like be a fool.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it helped. It really helped him in that situation. I think as an adult, for me, that has helped. And I'm not an extrovert, but I'm not like so introverted. I actually enjoy people. But like fear of talking in front of people, going on our show, like just going out and doing it really helped me. And then over time, I have realized that people's opinion of my performance or my sounding silly or dumb or what, it absolutely doesn't matter at all.
Right.
If I sound stupid on stage, who cares?
Yeah.
They're not going to think about it past tomorrow.
I don't know. I went to one speech and the girl sounded really...
Yeah, and we still make fun of her.
We still...
A year later.
It's been more than a year. Her message was just really poorly written.
And that's fine.
It wasn't that she wasn't capable. She was actually a good speaker.
Yeah.
She just had a really dumb acronym.
And that's funny. But you know what's funny? What also is funny about that? That makes us sound terrible, by the way.
It was so bad.
We're not critiquing anybody's speeches, whatever. That's really not what we're doing. But it's like this acronym was really funny. I'm not going to say it because it'll probably give away who it is. But but what's really funny about that is that from my part of it, and I don't know.
You weren't even there.
I know I wasn't.
Okay.
But like from my part of it, it's a joke between us. I don't even know the person's name.
I don't know her name either.
You know that, and again, that's why it doesn't even matter.
Right.
I don't know her name. I couldn't pick her out in a crowd. I just know her acronym was
She's
crazy.
Gorgeous. I could pick her out in a crowd.
Okay, whatever. I'm just saying it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So, like, why do we ascribe all these feelings, these huge feelings, to things that don't matter, like looking silly, or, like somebody who's really great about that is your mom.
I was just thinking that. She has a character called Vesta, right?
Where she puts in like Bubba teeth and like
and a gown,
and she'll break it out in front of any crowd.
Anybody,
any crowd.
It fills her.
It's incredible. And people love it.
People love it.
People love it.
I'm kind of embarrassed by it, but
I'm not.
No.
It's and like she doesn't care. She somehow in her mind has come to the conclusion, whether consciously or subconsciously, that it doesn't matter. In fact, she probably has the opposite feeling in that it does matter that people need to laugh.
Right.
And it's just like, I want to be that person. I want to be the person who could just be free to do. And I've become more that person.
Okay, but sometimes it is a little like, is this the most appropriate time to do this? Like,
why are you doing this at a funeral, Kathy? We're kidding.
No, I love that she loves it and that people laugh.
Yeah.
But there have been times where I've thought, like, is anybody going to think this is funny?
Is that not the thought of any daughter with their parent, though?
Probably.
I've thought that about my parents, like, at any public thing. You know, like my dad he would be preaching a sermon or something, and then I was talking to my son the other day. Oh man, I get used in an illustration, and I'm thinking, is this the appropriate time for you to ever talk about me?
Yeah,
and it was so embarrassing. And then I think about it now, and it's like that is probably a completely that's benign story.
We sent our kids out of the Wellness Collective because we told stories about them.
Yeah.
And we didn't want them sitting there.
Yeah.
I'll tell a story about my kids and I'm telling the truth. And my 8-year-old will be like, that's not what happened. That's not true. And I'm like, that's totally true. But
and
I guess you feel uncomfortable.
I was telling it while completely constipated. So, there's a lot going into that. Yeah. And you were with a child, maybe. Is that how that works? I don't know. Anyway, so there's also the maturity principle. While people, it's kind of what I said earlier, while people generally become more conscientious and emotionally stable as they age, these changes can be accelerated through active effort. So just naturally, some of these things fall into place. I think naturally, younger people are more afraid of what people think of them.
Yeah.
Older people aren't.
Right.
But if you're active about not caring and then just like putting yourself out there, it just happens that much faster.
Yeah.
So really, it boils down to fake it till you make it.
But what about like negativity? It is that I think some are more powerful than others. So
is that agreeableness then?
Yeah.
Being compassionate and cooperative?
Well, compassion is different than negativity because I'm compassionate, but I'm also fairly negative.
I still think it would fall under agreeableness, probably.
Probably. Yeah. I think so, but I just think it's weird that they have them grouped like that because I am a compassionate person. I care a lot about humanity.
And again, it's on a sliding scale. So it's like you care, so you're not at a 0.
Okay, but I am negative about things like we're negative about how a church uses tithes or negative about, I don't know, many things. And
speak for yourself. I'm Mr. Positive. Yeah.
But I used to be a positive person, but I felt like a lot of times I was faking my positivity. Continually.
But you didn't do it for long enough.
No, I did it for my entire life. Faking it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And so then it's almost like a toxic positivity.
Okay. But I think there's two different things. Like, are you faking it to change your personality, or are you faking it to look like something you're not? I think there's a difference. It depends on your motivation. I think it depends on your motivation. Are you trying to change who you are, or are you trying to be better than someone? Are you trying to...
That wasn't it for me. It was mostly like, if you're agreeable, people like you. So be agreeable.
Yeah.
Or positive. If you smile, if you smile, people have a warmer...
Yeah.
They're just warmer towards you.
Yeah.
If you're smiling.
Sure.
So I would just smile, just like try and be a happy person. I feel that. I still feel happiness, and I don't know, I think it's just weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it depends on your motivation. And I think the motivation has to be, I want to change this about myself. And
where does salvation come in to this? In like, people have an experience with the Holy Spirit and there's immediate change.
Yeah.
They feel conviction and they turn away from their old ways immediately.
Okay. And I think
that's like it is sort of a choice to continue in that change.
Sure. That doesn't...
Tell me, give us the answer.
Well, that
Jason.
doesn't erase personality traits. I've met plenty of born-again Christians who are completely disagreeable people. I've met plenty of them who are neurotic, who aren't overly conscientious. You have your personality traits. That doesn't mean you're not a changed person.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that you don't have a new perspective on life and that you haven't been changed in some certain way. But it also doesn't mean that every aspect of your personality isn't still there. That's like saying, well, if a person is born again, he'll never sin again.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that's not true.
Yeah.
So, and where does that come from? Who you are on this earth, an imperfect being. And so I think the two things aren't...
then excuse yourself in saying, well, I'm just human. I am just human. Right?
When it comes to your personality traits?
Yeah. Or sin.
Yes. So... But what I'm saying is the person who's just like, well, I'm just human and remains as they are is not actively, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about someone who actively wants to change an aspect of their personality. That person doesn't want to.
So Jason wants to actively make us very neat people.
It would be nice.
He's actively trying.
You are too.
Yeah.
I thought you were.
I am trying, but I'm
Not
doing
as hard.
it because I'm doing it more because you are very motivated.
I am.
To become...
Well, I'm just tired of it.
Yeah.
Tired of the messy.
Me too.
Yeah.
But it's so annoying. It takes up so much time.
Ugh, the dishes.
No, we do the dishes every day. The dishes are always done at the end of the day.
Okay. Whatever.
Laundry and... Ugh. Putting something away when you use it.
With a fake it till you make it aspect, it's good to set goals. Like align your daily actions with long-term personality goals. I think just pick one of these things out that you want to try to... For me right now, it's, I guess, conscientiousness, which that also play, like, it's more about raising it to the right a little bit. It's like conscientiousness also encompasses doing things well. Well, we do things well. There are certain things we do really well. And then there's certain things that we aren't as conscientious about. So it's more about moving that to the right a little bit more for me. And I identify that as being more organized, being with, whether it's with my time and my house, whatever, just being more organized in general.
I will say, in reading Hannah Coulter
by Wendell Berry
and reading about this like kind of simple old time life, which people just naturally had a closer knit community. So I guess I shouldn't take this from that. But I used to feel like I needed more of a social life. Like I need multiple play dates. I need to get out. I need to do this. I need to see. Yeah. But lately I've been more like, no, I need to focus on what needs to be done at home first. I can't sacrifice the needs of my home and my home running smoothly for the sake of getting out.
Right.
And I used to be, even if it wasn't like a play date, it was like, well, it's such a beautiful day. We have to go take advantage of a beautiful day.
You have to allow for that sometimes. That's okay.
I know, but
it could become the whole summer.
It does. For me, the whole spring is just like, well, it's a beautiful day.
Yeah.
We can't just be in here doing this.
Right.
So I guess my priorities are changing because I want my home to run smoothly and I want to take pride in my home and feel good about, like, I'm a homemaker. So if I'm failing on that front, I might be like an excellent adventure mom, sure. But
I mean, a slightly messy place that's not completely organized is not failing.
No, but we were beyond slightly messy and not organized.
It's
like we'll keep our
not
sock
anymore.
basket. Yeah,
I think every family should have a sock basket.
Yeah,
you gotta have your corner
tucked.
Yeah.
Okay, but we have so many corners.
we're cleaning out the corners right now. We're cleaning out the corners. Most of the house is decornered. It's a roundhouse.
Yeah.
Kick to the face.
We just had some company and everything downstairs is great. I mean, the homeschool room is a homeschool room. So it is what it is. I feel like it's going to be that for a while. But their kids wanted to come upstairs and our kids were like, it's messy. You can't.
You're not allowed to go in there.
Jason, how did you say it with the Lion King? I just thought that was so funny.
Oh, you must never go there, Simba.
Everything shadowy place.
What about that shadowy place? You can go. That's beyond our borders.
So yeah, we gotta.
I do have a question.
Okay.
What kind of personality doesn't leave a review?
That would fall under neuroticism.
Emotionally unstable.
Just totally neurotic.
So here's a strategy.
Unless you're listening on a platform that doesn't have reviews.
Then go to one that has them.
Oh.
And just hit the 5 stars.
But sometimes you have to create an account, and that's,
Yeah. You probably already have one, don't know it. First step into changing that part of your personality, leave a review. 5 stars. Let us know what you think of the show.
If it's 5 stars.
Yeah, otherwise
just leave a comment.
You need to work on your agreeableness. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Really Very Crunchy podcast with Airwave Media Podcast Network, by the way.
Excited to be part of their team.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, we'll see you next time.
Yep. Have a good week.
Bye.